Alright, so Batman Begins tells the story of Bruce Wayne, who after the death of his parents, or murder of his parents, decides to go from a angry little scared little rich boy and becomes the Batman. Now, Liam Neeson plays his trainer, Deckard, later known as Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul in the cartoon series. Comes back and trying to get revenge on Batman for leaving him for dead, even though he saved his life. Uh, Now, the one thing I could take away from you can take away from Batman Begins, but you can't really say anything bad about, is how in depth they went in with this character. It takes them an hour and 1 minute to see Batman, and you know what? I don't care. I loved it. Okay. Just like Spider-Man, it takes them like 54 minutes to become Spider-Man. I like that shit. Not the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. I like how they go in depth on it. They show him how he gets all his gadgets. They show how he gets all his suits. They show how he invented the flight thing where he doesn't need the jet. He can just basically fly on his own. That's awesome. Okay. The effects in this movie, is awesome. Okay, it looks great. And now I can understand why when Dark Knight Rises started, those trains were no longer relevant because of what happens at the end of this movie. So I can kind of see why it looks like a Plain and Jane City in the second and third films. And watching this film, you can't help but pop in The Dark Knight Rises again, since Batman Begins and Dark Knight Rises are linked, fully linked as one and the same movie. Basically, Dark Knight Rises is the sequel to Batman Begins, basically, instead of The Dark Knight. You see what I'm saying? And then they have the League of Shadows and all that stuff, and you know the League of Shadows had a bigger important role in The Dark Knight Rises as well. So yeah, those two movies are linked real good, and I liked how they did that shit. Okay, and Christian Bale, after seeing him in American Psycho, I was like, yeah, he can't play Batman. Let alone Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne has depth. Okay, he has character. He has this charisma about this motherfucker nailed it. Okay, I fucking loved it. Oh, yeah. I can tell you he's a better Bruce Wayne than Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton's the better Batman. Christian Bale's the better Bruce Wayne. You see what I'm saying? And have you ever noticed in this movie his voice is regular? Where in The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises they have it like, I guess you could say, auto-toned. I liked it better in this movie because it's his voice. You know what I'm saying? You can hear his voice. All he does is make it a little bit deeper. He just goes like he's trying to cough up a fucking Haribo or something. In this movie, they keep it plain, they keep it Jane. I don't know what made them do that in the second and third movies, but I didn't like it. I like his voice like this. Okay, and you got what's her face? Katie Holmes in this movie. She's relevant, I guess you could say. She's there, you know, trying to be the love interest, and then the damsel in distress, you know, all that bullshit. But yeah, Morgan Freeman is awesome. He's Lucius Fox, of course, and he supplies Bruce Wayne / Batman with all this gadgetry and stuff like that. And he is wrongfully fired for knowing too much. Then at the end of the movie, he gets his redemption from Bruce Wayne, of course. Not from Bruce Wayne to the bastard that fired him. So that was pretty cool. And of course, you know, the payoff of 3 villains in this movie. This movie has 3 villains. It has Ra's al Ghul. I'm going to call him Ra's al Ghul. That's what I've been calling him by for years since the cartoons. Falcone, who is the evil like kingpin of the crime lord syndicate, of course, who hires the 3rd villain, Scarecrow, basically as a payoff. And he hires multiple people as well as payoffs, and everybody's scared of him. So you have 3 villains in this movie, and unlike Spider-Man 3, which is still a good movie, this movie has character depth for all 3 of those bad guys, all 3 villains. Okay, granted, in Spider-Man 3, New Goblin's story arc was already fulfilled in the first two movies, so you knew what he was going to do in the third movie by chance anyway. But that ain't the point. The point is, this one has more depth than that. Okay, and you can't take away nothing from that because it's just great. Okay, the acting is great. The fucking story is great. The story alone is what kept me sitting down when I first seen this in 2005 in the movie theaters. This is why I review movies, people. Good stories like this is why I do what I do nowadays. Okay, you just don't get that no more. Everybody always wants the action or the suspense, not the suspense, or the blood and gore, or the mindless violence and sex. Story always comes first for me. Okay, always. I don't know why this movie is so underrated now because of The Dark Knight. I don't know. Okay, in my opinion, I like The Dark Knight. This is better than The Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises is better than The Dark Knight. Okay, shit. Batman Begins gets an A+. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. It's almost to the key T of the comic book Batman Year One, of course. So yeah, that is my review of Batman Begins. Let me know what y'all think about Batman Begins. See, I like it. Did y'all hate it? Did y'all even see it yet? Granted, this movie's almost 8 years old. So who hasn't seen Batman Begins yet? A lot of slow people, I guess. But yeah. What's your favorite Christopher Nolan movie / Christian Bale film? Let me know down below. And oh yeah, let's say Michael Caine. Michael Caine is awesome. Okay, Michael Caine's Alfred, great choice. Couldn't put nobody else in that category. But yeah, let me know what y'all think below, and see y'all in a few hours.